It is day 10 of March Madness, and I'm here with my magic circle to do a corkscrew inspired magic circle mini workout. So grab your magic circle, let's come down to our mats, and let's start laying down with our legs just tented at the moment, maybe like hip width apart, and you're going to take that magic circle right over top of your chest. Long fingers, have the butt of your palms pressing into the circle. Let's just start with a little breath and a little movement of our arms. So as you take an inhale, you're going to reach the arms overhead, keeping your rib cage nice and anchored on the mat. And then as you exhale, gently hug your shoulder blades together and squeeze just like a little bit into that magic circle. Inhale, kind of a light touch on that circle as those arms reach back overhead. And then as you exhale, that squeeze gently into the circle as you bring it back over top chest. We're going to do one more like that one. We're going to inhale, take that nice big breath, reach the arms overhead, and then exhale, just a gentle hug of your shoulder blades together, squeeze into your circle, and bring that magic circle over the chest. All right, we're going to leave our circle here with just a kind of a light engagement. Shoulder blades are anchored. We're gently hugging into our circle. We're going to start with a little pelvic tuck and arch. So I just want you to do that little tuck, tilt of the hips, and then I want you to tip your pelvis away from you into a little arch. Let's do two more of those. Sitting bones are lifting up. You might feel like your low back pulls toward the mat a little extra. And then tip the pubic bone away and create that little arch. Let's do one more on those. Pelvic tuck, lift our sitting bones. And then tip the pubic bone away. The whole time our arms were just kind of active here, holding our circle. Okay, now I want us to go into some pelvic circles. We're going to do a pelvic tuck. I'm going to shift the weight to my right hip. I'm going to kind of roll through that right side, tip my pubic bone away into a little arch, shift to the left, roll up my left side, and then into my pelvic tuck. Let's go that way like 3 more times. Shift right, tip the pubic bone away, shift left, come back into that tuck. Shift right, tip the pubic bone away, shift left, and into that tuck. We're going to do one more there. Shift to the right, tip pubic bone away from you, shift to the left, and then come into that little tuck. Now reverse directions. Pelvic tuck, we go to the left, we kind of roll down the left side of the pelvis, tip the pubic bone away, roll up the right side, and back into that tuck. So we're getting lots of movement through our hips and feeling it even in our low back. The whole time our shoulders are holding still and our magic circle is holding still. Let's do like 2 more there. Down the left side, roll across. Feels like you're rolling across your sacrum. Up the right side, roll across. One more time. Down the left, roll across. Up the right. And then let's just come back to center. Good. Give those arms a little rest. Pull them in a little bit for me. All right. Elbows on the mat. Circle. I'm kind of like right over my body here. We're just going to do some little bonus arm strengthening here. Shoulder strengthening. Let's just squeeze into our circle. Let's do like 5 of these. Little 1, 2. Notice your chest nice and open. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Inhale. Squeeze your circle. Straighten your arms. Exhale, squeeze your circle, pull your elbows down to the mat. Inhale, press up. Exhale to come in. The whole time my circle is becoming just a little bit of an oval. I'm pressing in. Push up, pull it back down. Inhale, send the circle up. Exhale to bring it back down. Let's do one more. Press it up, pull it back down. Okay, next up, we're going to do what I like to call corkscrew bridges. I'm going to hold my magic circle over my chest, keep my shoulder blades anchored. I am going to shift my weight over into my right hip. Feels like there's a little more weight on my right foot, right hip, and I'm doing that little tilt to the side. And then I'm going to do, but my circle stays the same. I'm going to pelvic tuck. I'm going to feel like I'm rolling up the right side of my spine. I'm going to see how far up I can get. I'm going to shift the weight across cross my shoulders. It feels like I'm doing a little spine twist to the left, and then I'm going to roll down the left side, and then let's come back to like neutral or center with our hips. And then let's try it the other way. So let's shift to the left, or you can think like rotate. In my brain, this is like a spine twist exercise as well. So I'm actually going to rotate my hips and my spine to my left, and then I'm going to roll up the left side of my body. I'm going to turn to the right. It helps me to turn my head a little. And then roll down the right side of my body and come back center. Subtle little work. Let's do it again. So a little twist or lean to your right, and then you're going to roll up the right side of your body. You're going to kind of twist and shift to your left, and you're going to roll down the left side. And then you can kind of come back center, and we'll go up the left one more time. So a little twist, roll up the left side, twist right or lean right, however you want to think about it, and then roll down the right side and come back to center. Good. Bend those arms, bring them in, give them a little rest moment. Let's do just a few regular bridges after all those twisty ones. Arms up to the ceiling. We're going to plant both feet nice and evenly. Now I want you to do just a nice centered one. Pelvic tuck, bridge, lift up, and then roll yourself back down. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale, you can bridge up, and then exhale, roll to come back down. One last one. Bridge, lift, lift, lift. And then that roll to come back down. All right, next up, we're going to take our magic circle. We're going to take our legs in between the circle. I have my circle just like above my ankle bones. And we're going to hold our legs at tabletop and really press our arms down into the mat so our chest is nice and open. All right, and should feel like just a little work to hold that circle nice and taut. All right, and then we're going to do some corkscrew leg movements with a bent knee. So I want you to think of that pelvic tuck we did, and then you're going to shift to the right, and you're going to tip your pelvis away, and you're going to shift left and come back into the tuck. Naturally, your legs are going to want to move with you. Let them do that. But of course, you're going to want to pull those abdominal muscles in to support your back as you're doing it. So a little shift right. All right, tip away. Notice my legs don't have to move very much. Should be a ton of work. And come around. Let's do one more in that direction. Shift right. Tip away. Circling, come around. Now go the other way. Shift to the left. Tip pelvis away. Shift right. And come around. We'll do 2 more. Arms are pressing in. That feels like lots of work. Tip away. Circle and come around. All right, the whole time those legs are pushing out into your magic circle. Around and back. Okay, give yourself a little rest moment. We're going to take this into our corkscrew with legs straight. Now, if it's not there for you to do straight legs, it's fine to do what we were just doing, or maybe just straighten your legs a little bit. If you can do a straight leg, then you can go that far. Arms are pressing in. Think of that same thing. Can we do that pelvic tuck? Shift to the right. Reach the legs away from us. All right, shift to the left. Do that little pelvic tuck and pull it toward us. And then shift to the left or twist a little through our hips. Reach legs. Go to the right and circle around. And just like when those legs are bent, you barely have to think about reaching through the legs. They're naturally going to go, at least mine do, when my pelvis does that little action. And then we do again. But if you like to think of it from your legs, they're drawing a circle. They're reaching, they're circling, and coming back around. Try one more time in each direction. Go to the right. Tip away. Go to the left. Do that little pelvic tuck. Feels like a little tail lift. And then go to the left. We got one more. Tip away. Go to the right. And come back. Good. And then bend those legs back in. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining me today for some corkscrew-inspired magic circle fun. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for some more March Madness fun.